Nice! Was not expecting a win over there. Alright, hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 5. This was actually an event that I was dreading a bit because I remember it from way back when I played it almost 15 years ago the first time, and I was really struggling. There was one event that I remember from Gran Turismo 5, it was this one. I never played the Vettel events, by the way, the Sebastian Vettel X Red Bull X car or something events. Those are apparently still harder, so I cannot comment on that. But for me, this is really one that I really remembered. And I played it now currently, you see, with everything off. So nothing is enabled. Only ABS 1. And honestly, it did take, I don't know, half an hour or maybe 20 tries. But it was for sure more doable than I expected it, than I was remembering it. So I'm not sure whether that is due to the driving physics or an update that was done compared to when I played it back in the day. But yeah, it was actually quite fun. It was still annoying because it's super easy to unsettle the rear of this car. To spin out, but yeah, long story short, it was easier than I expected. I actually made a mistake, I think, somewhere as well. That's why I was not expecting to win. Normally, earlier I did a silver run and a bronze run, and I could have already passed that green car by now. Earlier I was now only with the red and the yellow car, the first two placed cars in front of me, but now I still have that blue car in front of me as well. And I bumped into him over here, I think, because they are way overbraking there, extremely overbraking. So I was like, okay, those first two cars, the yellow and the red one, they are too far ahead. I will never catch them anymore. But they are in that last corner also quite slow, honestly. So if you can keep it together, that in that middle section and in the last corner, they're just pretty slow. They're quite quick out of this corner, where I really was struggling with getting good acceleration without traction control, without unsettling the car and spinning out. So they were quicker than I was here. And I also screwed up this corner pretty much. But still it was enough, because they are just really messing up this last corner. Alright, very nice. Was not expecting that one. That was the intermediate level event for the Top Gear special events. So So we did that one. 19 is still locked. We are only level 15. We also have the AMG Driving Academy. We can do a lot of stuff here. But I think it's good to mix it up. We now did quite some events in the previous episodes. The beginner and intermediate of the karting, of the NASCAR, of Top Gear. Before going with the rest. I think it's a good time to just do some license tests. You earned a gold trophy in the Top Gear Test Track Intermediate Special Event. Alright, we got the Elise car. Very nice. Although the car was all over the place. And the sound that the car made was really not how a little 4-cylinder in an Elise or maybe a 6-cylinder, I don't know, but should sound. It sounded like some old V8. Anywho, we have a lot of money, by the way, 438. God damn it, K. But we are going to mix it up with the National A license. Alright, 400 meter stopping challenge. Like the B1 test, you'll be required to stop the car as soon as possible in the stopping zone. Only this time it's located 400 meters ahead. Be mindful that your car's speed will be higher, which results in longer braking distances. Therefore, it's crucial you establish a reference point where you initiate braking. And as in the previous braking test, be careful not to overshoot the stopping zone. The thing what is a bit of a pity is license tests are not required to enter events anymore. It's all based on your driver level.
Like the B1 test, you'll be required to stop the car as soon as possible in the stopping zone, only this time it's located 400 meters ahead. Be mindful that your car's speed will be higher, which results in longer braking distances. Therefore, it's crucial you establish a reference point where you initiate braking. And as in the previous braking test, be careful not to overshoot the stopping zone. The principles of this test are similar to the B1 test. However, because of the higher speeds involved, your braking reference point should come earlier. Choose a good reference point that works for you.
Right, I think it is just before the last marking on the roads. After the last regular stripe, I think is where we need to brake, going by that video. But anyways, what is a pity is that the license tests are not a requirement anymore for entering events. So yeah, I just do them regularly in between. But I don't understand why they abandoned that concept. It makes sense, right? You need a certain license to be able to access higher tier races. But no, it's not in this game. It's all driver level based, which is basically experience based. Just the more you drive, the more you win, the more your driver level goes up. But whatever. They're still fun, and I'm happy they're still in the game, and also really challenging. At least National B license was really challenging. Yeah, National B, some of them. Oh, that was stupid.
That was the first license test, but there were some in there
Although admittedly my steering wheel was then not really accurate. I was still using it just as an Xbox 360 controller. Only afterwards did I buy the converter to have like full steering wheel functionality with force feedback and much actual steering wheel dynamics. So maybe that made the tests a little bit more tricky, but still they were extremely, some of them. One literally took me I think 2 hours. This car makes quite a noise I was not expecting. Alright, I need to brake just after that last regular stripe. Then there is still one other stripe which is like a triangle a bit. But it's the last flat stripe. So that would be over here. And then a bit earlier. Almost. God damn it. You see, these times, they are really quite tricky. And I like it. I'm all here for it. Nope, I totally missed my braking point. But there is no sense of accomplishment without effort. Nope, a little bit earlier, god damn it. A little bit before the ending of that before last stripe. Jesus. I need to be like a minute, like 2 meters earlier braking. God damn it. That was 1 meter too early on the brakes. was not fully in the braking zone when I came to a stop. Man, I don't know how I can really do this much better, honestly. God damn it. No, too late. Nice! Alright. In the pocket. I thought I was slightly too late on the brake, but apparently not. Always nice also seeing the track, etc. in these replays. Rombbb, that's a long time since I've driven on Rombbb, nice. A2, approaching a blind corner using turn 1 through turn 3 of the first part of the Rombbb city course. You'll need to negotiate your way through blind corners. Drive through the high speed turn 1, then hard on the brakes for the tight slow speed turn 2. And get through turn 3 by working the throttle while maintaining good cornering balance. Try to get to the finish line quickly and without crashing. In an Atenza Sport 25Z. I guess that's a Toyota.
Using turn 1 through turn 3 of the first part of the Rombbb city circuit, you'll need to negotiate your way through blind corners. Drive through the high-speed turn 1, then hard on the brakes for the tight, slow-speed turn 2, and get through turn 3 by working the throttle while maintaining good cornering balance. Try to get to the finish line quickly and without crashing. The hardest part of this exercise is turn 2. If you start braking when you actually see the corner, you'll be too late. You won't be able to slow the car down enough to make the turn. Start braking right before turn 2 at the point before the slight right kink. Try to keep the steering wheel as straight as you can when you brake. Also, it'll help to treat this corner as 2 consecutive right turns, so look to double apex it. When exiting the corner, don't track all the way to the outside. This way, you'll be in a better position to take turn 3.
Really like the aesthetics of this track. It's nice how different they are. Rome, Madrid, London. They all have their own color theme, so to say. Their own vibe. Alright, I have the sneaky suspicion that this one could be pretty hard. Colosseum. The Colosseum, etc. It looks better than I remember. For sure. Alright, I have ID. Where to brake. Alright, we need 0.7. That should be doable, because this was a really bad run. But he said like, your braking is too late if you already see the corner. But that's not true. I started braking, I saw the corner, and I was even too early on the brakes. I don't know what they meant with throttle control through that last corner. You don't need any throttle control there. It's just a full throttle corner, as far as I see. It will be pretty hard to get that last 3/10 that we need. God damn it. No, that's too early on the brakes for my feeling. Right, I just have to brake at the 50-meter sign. Nope. This is not it. They are quite tricky, and I'm all here for it. In the pockets. Alright, Rome, it looks way better than I remember it, this track. Oh no, cone slalom. I hate them so much. I get PTSD from Gran Turismo 4. It's so annoying. Alright, here you're faced with a slalom course. Run between the pylons and weave your way to the end without hitting a cone. Try to get to the finish line as fast as you can by working the steering wheel left and right and back again. And remember, you'll be disqualified if you take down a cone. Yeah, god damn it. These are so tricky. At least the one in GT4 were.
Here you're faced with the slalom course. Run between the pylons and weave your way to the end without hitting a cone. Try to get to the finish line as fast as you can by working the steering wheel left and right and back again. And remember, you will be disqualified if you take down a cone. The biggest trick in running the slalom is to maintain control and develop a rhythm. Since the distance between the cones is constant, turning the steering back and forth at consistent intervals is important. You can also let off the throttle to reduce the speed if needed. To achieve a better time, keep your driving line as straight as possible. Make sure you know how wide your car is and guide it as if you're about to rub each cone.
Alright, not looking forward to this one. Here we go. Holy shit, we need to be 1.3 seconds faster. Pretty nice. Everything is off by default in these tests. Oh shit, wrong button. 1.3 seconds of the time. It may be that I'm also just okay, 0.7 seconds. I think I'm also maybe spinning the wheels too much when launching, because we don't have traction control on. This is a hard one, I think. 4/10 doesn't sound like a lot. But it sure is. I don't have the correct rhythm at all. The driving line actually distracts me. Oh man, 7/1000 of the time, so it's not even that hard, actually. God damn it. God damn it. It's really pretty tricky after all. It's really that driving line that's also putting me off with that brake indicator. Very annoying test. Nice! Was not expecting that. Was expecting to have to fail for another 15 minutes. Alright, let's quickly forget about that one. I really hate slaloms. Tackling the Monza Circuit chicane, A4. Let's get through the chicane of the Monza circuit. A chicane is a slight kink in the middle of a fast straight intended to reduce the speed of race cars. Because they are usually placed to break up a fast section of roads, hard braking is required to effectively drive through them. Be careful of overshooting the turn and try to get through the chicane quickly. In a 135i BMW Coupe 2007. I don't even remember. This is just a start-finish chicane. Most important thing here, I would say. What did I want to say? I don't even remember. I guess the braking point is the most important thing.
Let's get through the chicane of the Monza circuit. A chicane is a slight kink in the middle of a fast straight, intended to reduce the speed of race cars. Because they are usually placed to break up a fast section of road, hard braking is required to effectively drive through them. Be careful of overshooting the turn and try to get through the chicane quickly. The key to effectively driving through a chicane is proper braking as you approach the corner. You will need to slow the car down effectively to safely clip the apex located at the inside of the turn. Drive your wheels onto the inside curbing of the right-hand turn, then steer quickly to the left, putting the opposite wheels onto the next curbing. And finally, accelerate out of the turn. In order to drive through the chicane quickly, you need to focus on running an efficient line as well as being smooth.
Right, I think he's braking, or that example car, at the 100-meter sign. No, before the 100-meter sign. Let's do 125. Between 150 and 100. shit! We almost need a full second. I'm not sure how I can do that much faster. Alright, we need 2 tenths. Bad engine sound in this car. God damn it, 2000s above the time. You can really abuse that right curving actually quite a bit. You will not be disqualified. In the pockets. 2 tenths under the target time. Pretty nice. Just a learning moment. You can just drive over those curbings. Normally you get disqualified in these tests for doing that. But not in this one. A5 tackling continuous urban right-angled corners. In the Lotus Evora 2009, man, that car is also 15 years old already. On a street course, there are many corners that you don't find on a conventional road course. One such example is the 90-degree corner, or what some people call a right-angled turn. The London street course will serve as your test ground. Drive through this 90-degree corner on that one that's common on many street courses, while being careful not to hit the guardrails, as a good line and proper speed will enable you to get to the finish line quickly and effectively. A good line and proper speed will enable you to get to the finish line quickly and effectively. Yeah, that applies to any corner. A good line and proper speed. Again, beautiful city track London. Such a shame, those are not anymore in modern GTs.
On a street course, there are many corners that you don't find on a conventional road course. One such example is the 90 degrees corner, or what some people call a right-angled turn. The London street course will serve as your test ground. Drive through this 90-degree corner, one that's common on many street courses, while being careful not to hit the guardrails. A good line and proper speed will enable you to get to the finish line quickly and effectively. At first glance, the 90-degree turn may look difficult, but the basic principle of taking this corner is the same as that of other turns. Increase your cornering speed using the out-in-out driving line. But because you can't see far into these right-angled corners, it's important to mentally visualize the line for the sections you can't see. Also, driving over the inside curbing might improve your time, but be cautious of upsetting the balance of the car.
Yeah, exactly. You can cut those curbs a little bit, it seems. Especially this one. And that one also a bit. Car handles beautifully, I must say. And you don't get that easy disqualified here compared to other tests like Tokyo and GT7, where if you only look at the barrier or the wall, you get disqualified. Here I was scraping the wall, I think twice. Didn't get disqualified. Alright, that was only 1/10 of the time. It felt really bad. But this is not that hard of a test. If you drive normally. I'm really smashing into the barriers. And again, I'm hitting the barriers. I didn't want to, but yeah, we're good enough, so very nice. Looking forward to a race in London, actually. I already did one. A brief one. Alright, let's just try and do all of them, all 10 still this episode. A6 mastering a set of undulating corners. We'll use the opening section of the trial mountain course to test your ability on tackling gradual successive corners. The basic layout of this section looks simple, but the various elevation changes can cause visibility problems of the road ahead. Be careful not to go off the course and get to the finish line quickly and safely. Oh man, I remember in GT4 that Nissan Skyline R33 or so, an older one, a grey one, on trial mountain. This part and then through the tunnel and then that right-hander afterwards. Extremely difficult test. I think it is in more Gran Turismos. It would not surprise me if it's also in this one. I think it was even in GT7, but there it was not that hard. Like everything in GT7 is a bit easier, except certain... Nah, that's not true actually. If you put the game on hard and you don't take overpowered cars, it can be really challenging. And also circuit experiences can be quite hard actually. But the license tests were way easier.
We'll use the opening section of the trial mountain course to test your ability on tackling gradual successive corners. The basic layout of this section looks simple, but the various elevation changes can cause visibility problems of the road ahead. Be careful not to go off the course and get to the finish line quickly and safely. Because your test car is low on power, you should be able to get through this entire section flat out. The important thing here is to drive the proper line. Use the entire width of the track and choose as straight a line as possible through this section. The more you steer, the slower your car will go, so make sure you steer less to keep your speed up.
That's a very good tip actually, that applies to all Gran Turismo games. Even if you have full throttle, the less steering input, the faster you go. It acts like a brake. The more you steer, the slower you will go. But yeah, that's probably in real life cars as well. Makes sense. But I really like this section actually always. And it's also a good tip. I don't have to figure it out for myself. We can just take it flat out. Alright, so far this National A license is much easier than National B, I find. You cannot not get this one, I would say. That was really easy, but I'm dreading the one if it's also in this game, in the Skyline. In GT4, that one really was way harder than expected. Alright, A7, driving a mountainous dirt track. Ah yes, there's also a dirt section there. Here you'll be A7, here you'll be driving on an unpaved dirt course. You'll be faced with a simple straightforward corner. Be careful not to crash to get to the finish line in one piece. This type of driving surface is usually referred to as dirt or gravel, while paved road is called tarmac. Dirt, now only if it's actually tarmac, not if it are cobblestones, then it's not tarmac, right? If it's a paved road with cobblestones, I don't refer to it as tarmac. Dirt roads are usually more slippery than tarmac, so be extra alert of what your car is doing when driving on these off-road surfaces.
Here you'll be driving on an unpaved dirt course. You'll be faced with a simple straightforward corner. Be careful not to crash to get to the finish line in one piece. This type of driving surface is usually referred to as dirt or gravel, while a paved road is called tarmac. Dirt roads are usually more slippery than tarmac, so be extra alert of what your car is doing when driving on these off-road surfaces. Dirt doesn't provide as much grip as tarmac, so a car's performance won't be as sharp on dirt. Therefore, driver inputs, throttle and steering, should come a bit earlier than usual to allow the car time to react. Also, if you open up the throttle too quickly at the exit of a corner, a front-wheel drive car, such as your test car, will understeer, while a rear-wheel drive or mid-engine car will oversteer. Take caution when driving on dirt and don't make any inputs that are too extreme or severe.
Sorry, I was just curious about one sentence that he said. I didn't...
Here you'll be driving on an unpaved dirt course. You'll be faced with a simple straightforward corner. Be careful not to crash to get to the finish line in one piece. This type of driving surface is usually referred to as dirt or gravel, while a paved road is called tarmac. Dirt roads are usually more slippery than tarmac, so be extra alert of what your car is doing when driving on these off-road surfaces. Dirt doesn't provide as much grip as tarmac, so a car's performance won't be as sharp on dirt. Therefore, driver inputs, throttle and steering, should come a bit earlier than usual to allow the...
Sorry, one last I was just curious whether he is saying, but now I got distracted. I was not even listening. I'm curious, that last sentence, dirt roads are usually more slippery than tarmac, so be extra alert of what your car is doing when driving on these off-road surfaces. Just curious if he literally verbatim says that. I thought he had like maybe he said...
Here you'll be driving on an unpaved dirt course. You'll be faced with a simple, straightforward corner. Be careful not to crash to get to the finish line in one piece. This type of driving surface is usually referred to as dirt or gravel, while a paved road is called tarmac. Dirt roads are usually more slippery than tarmac, so be extra alert of what your car is doing when driving on these off-road surfaces.
Yeah, he did say exactly verbatim. I thought he was saying more or less the same, but a little bit differently. Not sure why I wanted to check that out. Waste of time. I really like the flowers and the grass besides the track. And the scenery, but the flowers, they are actually, I find that it looks better, it looks more immersive than this whole track looks better, I find, than the new one in GT7, the recently released Eiger Nordwand track. I don't know, but these flowers, they look more varied. Yeah, that's maybe just me. My opinion. I like these flowers better. The grass. God damn it, what did I press? Can we just drive the other way? Let's see how far we can go. Quite a bit. I was not expecting that. It's a beautiful track actually. Just taking it easy, just a little relaxing tour through the mountains. Pretty long track, god damn it. there's the street circuits of Eiger Noord ones. Alright, we must not hit any obstacle or boarding, because then we get disqualified, I'm sure. Right, now we get to the street circuits. Ah, yes. I think this is just the regular Eiger Noord 1 track. With a tunnel, which is so much nicer than the GT7 version that doesn't have a tunnel. Man, this is a long rally track. I find it quite relaxing, not racing for time or against opponents. Here, a little jump. Just cruising through the mountains. This is a pretty epic circuit, actually. I totally forgot how long this is. Little bit of a lighting issue here, it seems. Here, check it out. This is a huge circuit or track. I wonder whether we get back to that license test area. We should, right? Otherwise it may be just like a rally track with a different start and ending. I guess it will interconnect somewhere around here. I think if there's a left corner here, this may be the corner of the test. Ah, no. Ah, there it is. Pretty epic, I have to say. I wonder if I just... What was my reverse button again? Yeah, I wonder if we would hit the boarding whether it would be a disqualification, even if it's outside the license test area, but it is. Anyway, super fun track, I must say. Oh, what am I doing now? We should have gone to the next event. We got that one gold, right? Yes. Alright, Nürburgring Grand Prix layout. I really don't like it. Tackling not that much. It's not as bad as Barcelona, but it's a similar kind of track of Barcelona. Like very artificial, no character. Of course not the Nordschleife, but the F1 layout. Tackling the high-speed Schumacher S. The Nürburgring GP course of Schumacher S is the venue for this exercise. Drive through the high-speed S's, characterized by its mild bends. Keep your speed up here. The corners themselves are simple, but because they are going uphill, the appropriate driving line may be difficult to establish. Be careful not to go off course and get to the finish line in one piece.
The Nürburgring Grand Prix course's Schumacher S is the venue for this exercise. Drive through the high-speed S's characterized by its mild bends. Keep your speed up here. The corners themselves are simple, but because they are going uphill, the appropriate driving line may be difficult to establish. Be careful not to go off course and get to the finish line in one piece. The most important thing for driving through high-speed S's is keeping your steering inputs minimal. Even in the Schumacher S, if you are cautious with the first left-hand turn, you can drive through the following right-hand corner flat out with little steering. The key is to make sure you hit the apexes of each corner and take as straight a line as possible. By properly observing the shape of the corner, you should be able to find the ideal line.
All right, let's do that. I've been driving it a lot a couple of episodes ago in the GT7 playthrough. I don't even know what race it was, but it was quite tricky. Alright, we only need four tenths. Hitting that first corner's apex. Then for the rest, it is just full throttle. We need less than 1/10. All about the first corner, whether you nail that one. Pretty hard to determine when to lift off for that one. That first left-hander has a quite much later apex than you'll expect. Annoying. Too much lift off. I should have steered more. I must steer sharper with less lift off in that first corner. God damn it, I hate this. Is such an annoying track. Oh my god, this is annoying. And also that one of the very hard tests in National B license, the first license test, series of 10 tests. One of the very hard ones was exactly on this track, the corner before this one. I just really dislike this track. it's so fucking annoying. Understeer. So fucking annoying. Oh my god, I hate this test. Oh, fucking hell, man. It would be nice. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. If I can still do. Oh my god. If I can still finish this National A license. Without too much fucking frustration from a test like this. Fuck these kinds of tests. What a fucked up test. If you hit that right-hander too much on the curb, you're slowed down by the gravel. Oh my god, it's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Understeer. Fucking hell, man. I cannot handle this, seriously. I cannot handle this shit. If it was fun, I don't mind doing stuff like even for 2 weeks long just to get something. To get an objective or a win or a goal. But this fucking track, this fucking section, the car, it is just not fun. You don't have a reference point for where to lift off for that first left-hander. It feels so annoying if you're understeering or if you're lifting off too much, even for half a second too long, that you already know, like, okay, I will not even have enough speed anymore to make it. It is just an extremely annoying test, I find. I will have to take a little break. It's 9:15. Yeah, it would be really nice if I can still do these last 3 A licenses, but I really have to cut it off ultimately at 10, I think. Anywho, we'll do a very quick break and then we continue like nothing ever happened. Alright, here we go. Like nothing ever happened. Screw this test. Oh man, screw this test really hard. Not hitting the apex. Slowed down by the gravel. Oh my god. Way too much steering. Still a 13.85. I don't understand. Because when I hit the finish line, you see the right hand of the driver getting off the steering wheel, getting ready to shift up to the next gear. And in this instance, that was really late before the finish line. In other attempts, it was much earlier. It was like 10-20 meters before the finish line that he already moved his hand from the steering wheel. So I am assuming then you're higher in the revs, you're carrying more speed. So I was apparently in this attempt carrying less speed in that final section because I was later, his hand went off the steering wheel. But still I had an 0.851, I think it was. We need a 0.8 flat. I don't know how many seconds, but the decimals. It was still a relatively close time with what I can only assume a slower speed just before the finish line. So yeah, if that makes any sense. Anyways, learning moment there. Even if you think you are slower, sometimes it pays off to just continue. It may still be a fast attempt, apparently. Maybe I will need to throw the car around more, be a bit more, a bit more manhandling it. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Only need half a tenth, come on. It's such an annoying corner. The apex is so undefinable. Undefined. This one. Absolutely infuriating. Oh my god, I hate this test. I hate it so fucking much, man. I already know I can just as well stop. This is not... actually a pretty good time. You see, even if I don't expect it. This is just roulette. I have no idea. I'm sure at one point we will get it after 100 attempts, and still I will then have no clue what exactly went better. All the attempts before. Oh, fuck me. So fucking hard, man. Holy shit. 6,000. 6,000. Of the time. Thousandths of the time. That's barely measurable. I could have had it. And now I will have to probably be at it for another half an hour. 3,000ths of the time. 3,000ths of the time. Three fucking thousands. Again, 3,000, exact same time. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck this shit. This is just trolling. The game is trolling me. The game is fucking trolling me. Twice, 3,000ths of the time. Jesus Christ, man. Finally, fucking hell, man. What an annoying test. Alright, it was really so, the time was really quite strict, and it is so easy to just lift off 1/10 of a second too late, and then you are in understeer, or it is just very easy to screw it up. But yeah, if you keep at it for long enough, eventually you will get it. At least that's my tactic. Perseverance wins today. Alright, 2 more tests, 19 more minutes until it's 10 o'clock. Would be nice if it still works. Here we go. Using braking to overtake on the inside of a corner. A9. Fuji. Holy shit, we have to do the whole straight and then the first corner. Alright, using braking to overtake on the inside of a corner. Starting from the final corner of Fuji Speedway. Try to overtake the other 3 cars before the finish line, located just past turn 1. If you drive smoothly, you can pass the last car going into turn 1. You will be immediately disqualified if you have any contact with the other cars or go, of course, so proceed with caution. Alright, normally I don't, I want to figure it out by myself, but we have a little bit of a time pressure. So what I will be doing is also looking at the example car from the inside to see
starting from the final
where its braking point is. Alright, how can I change the camera? No idea.
Corner of Fuji Speedway. Try to overtake the other 3 cars before the finish line, located just past turn 1. If you drive smoothly, you can pass the last car going into turn 1. You will be immediately disqualified if you have any contact with the other cars or go off course, so proceed with caution.
Alright,
there are 2 key points here. One is to utilize the slipstream on the front straight to increase the vehicle's speed. The other point is approaching turn 1 properly. When taking turn 1, dive to the inside of your opponent. Be extra cautious here not to brake too late. This will cause you to run wide and be repassed. Try to find the right time to make the pass and be careful not to carry too much speed.
Alright, one more time. There was one thing. He said there are two important things. I didn't hear the first one. But anyways, I am going to look it from this side.
Starting from the final corner of...
Again, normally I don't do it. I want to figure it out myself. But this will really... Because there's such a long straight, each attempt will take like 10-20 seconds. Just before you get to the part where you need to act. So I don't have time to figure that out. Like this really will save time. If I just know more or less the breaking point instead of having to figure that from watching this car, instead of having figured that out myself.
Fuji Speedway, try to overtake the other 3 cars before the finish line located just past turn 1. If you drive smoothly, you can pass the last car going into turn 1. You will be immediately disqualified if you have any contact with the other cars or go off course, so proceed with caution. There are 2 key points here. One is to utilize the slipstream on the front straight to increase the vehicle's speed. The other point is approaching turn 1 properly. When taking turn 1, dive.
Alright, slipstream, and he's braking, I think, just before the 100 meter sign. Man, these Citroëns are so ugly, also inside. Alright, that was easy, although I did overshoot the corner almost a bit. Or not almost, I did overshoot it a bit. Although normally Citroëns, I really find them ugly, but this one I do like somewhat because of its rally heritage. I remember using this car, I think even in Gran Turismo 7, in a rally form. But there are so many other Citroëns that have such weird design. Alright, final test, here we go, A10. High speed ring, 1 lap battle. Alright, cool car, Lancer Revolution, X10 GSR PP. There's so many different types, I think. Versions of the same car, so to say. No idea what PP is. Alright, skip recovery force is on. I find that really childish. The final test for the A license is a 1 lap battle on the high speed ring, the fastest track in the series. In what series? During this lap you'll need to overtake the other cars to win the race.
The final test for the A license is a 1 lap battle on the high speed ring, the fastest track in the series. During this lap, you'll need to overtake the other cars to win the race. The high-speed ring is characterized by its width, and it has gentle corners that can be effective for drafting. Tuck in behind the rival cars and try to stay in their slipstream as much as possible. The risk of passing on this track is fairly low, but don't force the issue through turn 2 after the banking. It's safer to wait until the following section to make your move.
Looks pretty good, this replay. All premium cars. Really nice. Alright, here we go. A final one for license test. National A. Pretty cool. That Sylvia, I think it is. that we just passed. Or this RX-8, that they also, those regular cars, that they make those in oh my fucking god, man. Fuck it so hard. It's so annoying, that overbraking that they do. But anyways, those cars, the Silvia and the RX-8s, it's fun that they also made cars like that in premium form. That's what I really love about these older games. So many cool cars. So many more cool cars than all the stupid race cars in Gran Turismo 7. Oh, it's so fucking frustrating. So fucking frustrating. Fucking hell, man. Alright, it's certainly easily doable. It is just super frustrating if you bump into other cars. At least I find that. Now, I'm also a little bit moody. I don't know, because of that previous test. So, excuse me, I'm just a little bit negative. But for the rest, I really like this field. I like the cars, I like the graphics. Just amazing. I'm still so happy that I'm playing this game after so many years. Right, I'm going on the outside. See, that's the way, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Carving right through them. And there we go, national A license in the pockets. Very nice. I found it a really cool field, this one. The type of cars, I think they're almost all premium cars. Just looked very nice. Or maybe that red car is not a premium car. I don't know. No, I don't think it is. This one, neither actually. That white RX-7, I think neither. That R33 also not. There are actually quite some standard cars here as well. Doesn't matter. Find it a very cool, mostly Japanese grid. Maybe we can, 1 second, just as a last fun thing. I think it should work. Controller, yes it works. Just quickly test out. It's so fun, you can just walk around. So I wanted to see, this is a standard car, but still looks pretty good. I do think that all the wheels, even on standard cars, are higher detail, because that are probably wheels that you can also in the dealership or in the tune shop or the whatever that's called. It's not really for tuning, but the where you also wash your car and do maintenance. In the maintenance shop you can buy new wheels, and you can also put them, of course, on premium cars. So those wheels need to be high quality. Otherwise you'll have a premium car with low quality wheels that you paid money for or credits for. So I do think that maybe all the wheels, they always look, even on the standard cars, higher resolution. This is for sure a premium car with a nice interior, etc. Such a cool car. It's a Nissan, or the NSX. I don't know if there's also a Nismo version. No, Nismo, I think it's only Nissan. Also premium, check out the dashboard, etc. So much nice detail. At least I think it's premium. I just wanted to take a look whether these cars, this one is also premium, right? It's a little bit weird lighting going on here, probably the emulator. I'm not sure, but this one looks premium to me. I just wanted to see if the whole field is Japanese. There are quicker ways to check that, but I do it this way. Yeah, this one is not premium, and you indeed, I can actually click through them. Yeah, there's really some lighting issue going on in the tunnel here. God damn it. This one is also not premium, but the standard cars, they also don't really have a cockpit, I think. Man, I was not aware that in the tunnel there is some glitching going on. I think that's maybe only in photo mode, not in normal. So anyways, this one is for sure, it's for sure not premium. Or this could be that because they're so far from our car, that they are actually lower resolution models. If this is still rendered from the perspective of my car, which is all the way over there, so this will not be super high resolution, but I can imagine that if you go into photo mode, this is a Lexus, right? I think so. This is a Mitsubishi, so far everything is Japanese still. Is this Lexus? Legacy. That's a Honda, right? Looks a bit like a Lexus. What was I saying? I'm just rambling. Anywho, this one also. Here, this is what I mean. These wheels are pretty damn high resolution compared to a lower detailed body. Here as well, there I find it more or less as well. So I think wheels are always premium. Alright, Nissan. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but this one, I think we are in the lower resolution side of things. It's a standard car. This is a premium car. I should have actually done this outside the tunnel without that graphical glitching, because outside lighting is just totally fine. Right, what's this? A Hyundai Soarer. What was that? That was an older Lancer RX-7 Nissan, whatever this one is, 200. I have no idea actually. I forgot. I didn't know it. It's not really my kind of car. That was a Hyundai or something. This is an RX-8, and here you see outside it's totally fine. This Silvia, I really like it. That I have like a Silvia in premium, like a pretty regular car, nice and detailed. Check out the headlight units. For a car. So here you can go lower and etc. For a car that is, or not a car, for hardware that is like 15 years old, I'm still pretty damn amazed by how good it looks. What did it say? Horizontal, vertical. You can do that with the 6-axis, but yeah, that's not in my. I'm now using an Xbox controller, so I'm not sure how you would do that. I think to skew, to rotate the image around, I have no idea. Zoom, rotate, R1 plus right. We can actually do that. Anyways, pretty damn amazing what they did 15 years ago. Alright, let me quickly check. So we had that Silvia, then the RX-8, Toyota Soarer. So that's not a Hyundai or something. I think I said a Hyundai, it's a Toyota. A Lancer RX-7 Fairlady Z. Alright, it's just called a Fairlady, but I think it's the 200 SX. I don't know how you call that car in Europe. Let me quickly check that out. So we do so that is the Z34 European name, Nissan. Fairlady Z, and what is the Z34 Nissan? The new, by the way, Nissan Z is called RZ34 because it is based on the, which is basically the new like 200Z. It's based on the Z34. It's the 370Z or the 380Z, I think you also have. That's the name. It's just a number. Anywho, then the NSX, Mitsubishi GTO, Subaru Legacy, Skyline 350Z. So it's not 370, this is 350. Probably it became the 370 only later. Impreza, Skyline, NSX, Supra, Lancer. Yeah, so the whole field is Japanese. Alright, apparently this is the start of the race. I wanted to say we cannot fully rewind, but we can. I'm watching it one more time because somehow I really like this field. It's just a mixed bag of only Japanese cars. Super cool. Also curious whether in the replay in the tunnel there will also be issues lighting. I think it's only in the photo mode, honestly. Just a glitch in the emulator. But yeah, how often do you take pictures inside a tunnel? I don't do that very often. Man, this is exactly how I remember GT5 looking amazing. Here, the cars now are totally fine in the tunnel. This car sounds pretty good. It sounds like I expect a Lancer to sound like. Alright, we are done with the objective of today. Quite some progress, several beginner series events.
Congratulations! You have effectively passed your A license tests. Now enter the appropriate races and raise your driving level. Next up, the International C license tests. Are you up for the challenge?
Alright, are there cones here? No, I don't see cones, so that's good news. No cone slalom. We have all bronze. We got the MMR Cup car. I have no idea what it is. A Tensa concept and the 4200 concept. No idea what cars that all are. Right, this is, I think, what is in Europe called the Micra, Nissan Micra. Right, again, I don't know what the brand is. I don't really recognize the icon. Is it Toyota or Hyundai? I have no clue. The number of cars in your garage has reached 40. You receive the following prize: a horn. Right, I don't know how you can put a different horn on your car. It's pretty fun if it's possible. Alright, but let's check that Atenza. Ah, that concept car is actually a premium car. Wow, that's fun that they put a car like that in the premium makeover. Alright, that Atenza. Ah, it's a Mazda Atenza. Alright. Autobox. Forgot about that brand. Alright, are there any other cars that we have to... Was this the Elise that we used in that test? Let's quickly check that, because if so, then I can mark it off. The Elise 111R 2004. That's a different one than the car that we won for that event, for that special event. Yes, so I will not mark that one yet as driven, and the description reads. Let's do that later. Alright, yeah, it's unfortunately Sunday, already way too late. I really could continue now, I'm totally in the flow. I could continue for another 24 hours, but unfortunately real life beckons. Super annoying. But hopefully tomorrow after work we will make a little bit of progress in a new episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed, hope to see you there. And for the meantime, do not ever forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.